Shalom, everyone. I want to talk to you about a dream or a vision that I had last night. Today is October 2nd, 2025 on the Gregorian calendar anyway. And this dream woke me up at 4:30 some odd in the morning. I didn't write down the time. I should have. I regret not doing so. I did not write the dream down or the vision down as well because I remember it. I remember it vividly. I had been asking Yahuwah for a dream for some time now. I haven't had a dream in such a long time, but I've been asking him for dreams or visions that can give me the path or the direction that I should be going on, because I'm in a transition period of my life and sometimes I need clarity. I've moved out of the country, been out of the country for a few months now, and sometimes I kind of wonder if I've made the right decision. You know, sometimes God places you on a path and you can kind of get to looking around and you feel like you don't see him anymore. And that's kind of where I've been at. But anyway, going into this dream or vision, it starts off where I'm at my parents' house and we're watching a local football game. My parents live in Texas, small town called Navasota, Texas. We were watching the local football team, local high school team, it seems. The stadium for this game from my parents' house is maybe a 5-minute drive up the highway, so it's not very far. But for some reason, we were watching this local team on TV. As we were watching the football game, you could see the players all dressed up in their helmets, shoulder pads, everything. All of a sudden, a wave of water just swept me and knocked over all the players, knocked over all the benches, everything. You know, it was like a tsunami wave of water that just came in. I could see the water, you know, splashing and crashing into players for a few moments on the screen. It was moving. Then all of a sudden the screen froze there. You know what I mean? It froze on a vision of a player being swept up and swept away by this water. You know, he was just thrown back by the water, but the screen had just froze there. And everyone in the house started asking, is this AI? Is this AI? Because I know we've all seen the videos of like waves crashing and hitting and you know, tsunamis. We've seen these fake videos that we can tell are AI, but we were watching the game. So something told us that it wasn't AI, but we were asking because it just looked so unbelievable. So as I said, the stadium for this game is only 5 minutes up the road. So everyone just jumped up. We're like, man, what in the world? Because the TV screen froze. So we jumped up and rushed to the front door. So as I went to the front door, I grabbed the doorpost and I stuck my head out looking, you know what I mean? Looking around. And as I looked, I saw in the distance behind the tree line a wave of water. I couldn't really tell how high it was, but I could see this water rushing by. And in this area where my parents live already, this is a flood prone area. There's a major river, the Brazos River, that runs there anyway. So I looked out and I saw the wave of water in the distance, and in my peripheral as well, I could see another wave of water, or that same wave of water was not only in the far distance from me, but was in my peripheral coming towards me, but it's sweeping from right to left. And I could see it coming behind the tree line. I was still grabbing the post, and as it came and made its way towards me very rapidly, I jumped up, you know what I mean, to kind of miss it, because I believe it was a lower, you know, amount of water, like knee level or something like that. So I jumped up to miss it. It wasn't some big wave crashing where I'm like, oh, you know, it wasn't like that. It was like a sweeping, just sweeping around on the ground around knee level deep. So as I was holding the post, I jumped up to avoid being swept away by the water, or, you know, natural reaction. And at that moment, by the time the water reached me and swept under me, that's when the vision just ended. Or I woke up at that time. You know, as I said, I've been asking for dreams to confirm, you know, what I should be doing, if I should be in the United States, because I've been questioning, should I go back? You know, I've left family and friends, everyone, to follow what I believe Yahuwah has told me to do, to leave the United States, to come out of her before her plagues take place, before you take part in her curses. This vision almost confirms, confirms exactly what I should have been doing, what I've done at this point. There's a lot of people on YouTube nowadays giving visions and prophecies. Some people giving false prophecies, saying that things are going to take place on certain days. You won't hear that from me. I'm not a prophet. I'm not a dream interpreter. I'm hoping someone who sees this dream can interpret it and tell me, hey, man, you're tripping. That's not that's not what it really means, man. That just means something else. There's a wave of money coming your way. That's what I really want to hear. You know what I mean? But I wanted to share this dream and this vision. I hope it finds who it's supposed to find. We're living in some dark days as it is. The curses, the prophecies that are to be fulfilled in the United States, which is Babylon. Everybody sees them coming. We see the coming changes. We see how these elites are setting up that country for, a different level of slavery. The people are now going through mass layoffs. Everything is being orchestrated from the government shutdown. All these things are orchestrated at this time because something's on the horizon, whether it's a pending destruction, changes. You see across the world, they have digital identification rolling out. That's going to come to the United States as well, like I've said. But the only way that it's going to come to the United States, where the citizens of the United States will accept it, is if there's an event, something similar to C-19 to take place, something sweeping, no pun intended. Something sweeping to take place, something of biblical proportion, is the way that you get a country full of people with armor, a country full of people with weapons to comply. And what I believe is that something supernatural, something ordained by God, some judgment, pending judgment for this country will take place, and the people in charge, the elites, will make it seem like it's a natural event, some Mother Nature event, and they'll have FEMA come in and do what it does in that time. We all see the movies. You know what I mean? We all know what their plans are when an event takes place, when FEMA comes in, the camps that are set up, all the things. Let's not act ignorant. I'm pretty sure this message is going to reach the people who know what time it is. So I wanted to share this vision, talk a little bit about it. I hope someone can give me an interpretation of this vision, or share the visions that you've had. If you've had visions of the pending destruction of the country, of the planet, of anywhere, please share it. You know what I mean? I love to hear it. I pray it reaches the right people, and shalom to you. Today, again, is October 2nd, 2025. I've started to make more videos on here because I believe this is the platform. This is the way that we, as God's chosen people, for one thing, but just people in general living in this world, this spiritual battle that we in, can share our stories with each other, communicate with each other. It talks about the word of God going from one end of the earth to the other end of the earth in the last days. And we are in that time where a message like this one, or any message, can reach someone across the world in minutes. So I pray it reaches the right people. Thank you for watching. Shalom.